Hey viewers, how's it going? Well, as we all know, St. Patrick's Day is just around the corner, and for all those Irish viewers out there, I'm betting you're really excited. Um, as we all know, oh, luck of the Irish. Um, I'm just here, you know, rating again. Um, this time I'm going to be rating 3 games and a movie. These 3 are all Nintendo DS games, so bear with me. First game is Lego Star Wars 3. By far, out of all of the Lego Star Wars games I've ever gotten, this one is the most fun. You can do the most with it. Um, by far, would I say that it's got the most characters, the most abilities, and the most mini games, might I add. So that's pretty good on that account. It kind of plays off the story, like in between, um, it's Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. That's the basic idea is like in between there somewhere, but I don't really know where it plays where it plays in exactly, but you as a viewer would figure it out. It's based on a show on Cartoon Network, which is on like every Saturday. Um, Obviously, it was made before a lot of the changes in that show, so just don't expect too much. All right. Second game is Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Um, I honestly love this game. I passed it in like a week. It it is that fun. Not to mention that I love the abilities in this game. Um, my favorite by far is Mystic, but sometimes I like using Dutchman's Lantern, which is good too. Um, but I prefer Mystic because, as we all know, Blackbeard has that ability along with Quartermaster, and I use those two quite a bit. Um, and when I have my customized character, I always have someone like a mixture of Will, Jack, and Barbossa, and I use the Mystic ability on that one, which is awesome. By the way, he looks so awesome too. It's I love to show you guys, but I can't. Um, if you know some way to show me, just please tell me in the comment section below, and I might be able to try it. So that's a possibility. Um, it basically goes through uh, Black Pearl through Stranger Tides, and there's a bunch of different characters. I mean, it took me forever to get everybody. Um, there was this one level where I thought I had everything from it. I had 2 away from having everything in the game, and I it kind of took me like 2 days to find where it was, and I was so pissed when I found it. I was like, "Are you kidding me? It's right there!" But anyway, it kept me interested, so that's fun. Um, Third game is Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7. This game I was waiting for since 1 through 4. I knew they were going to do this, although I thought the title was going to be 4 through 7.5 or 4 through 8. Because it's not necessarily just part 7 on its own. It's 7 part 1, 7 part 2, so that's kind of interesting. They have a lot of different unlockables in this game. One of my favorites is the Elder Wand unlockable, whereas every character has it, but mainly every character that you are has it. And I also love the Dueling Club ability. You can go into it and you can fight everybody that's ever been in any of the movies. Um, well, almost everybody. And you get to fight all 4 of the Hogwarts founders. That's awesome. by the way, if you're one of those players who hasn't played this game yet, beware, Godric Gryffindor is dang near impossible. So just beware of that. By the way, Snape, he's also very hard too. No, not Snape. Slytherin is very hard too. Um, but nowhere as near as Ravenclaw. And Hufflepuff, she's really easy. You also fight Dumbledore, and he's okay, but he's nothing for Gryffindor. And there's also this random guy on that too. I'm like, what? But it was an interesting fight, and at first most of these people would kill me, but until I had the Elder Wand, and then instantly I was like 1,000 times better. And just letting you know that every double you have, um, like every time score does it adds on to all the stuff you have. And considering the fact that that one is the one I was just talking about on that um has the highest stud count. Basically 10,000 studs is what you get if you have every unlockable score times. You get 10,000 every time you win. And I'm like, yeah. But in all seriousness, it's a fun game, and I highly recommend it. Mainly, one of the most awesome things is that it's got a hypercast on it already. I love the thing where it's got the spells in the bottom, so you don't have to actually like do the shaping thing like the last one. But there's a bad part about that. I was used to using the bottom screen to move, and now I have to use the buttons, and it was kind of a weird change at first because I didn't know exactly what I was doing. It took me a day to figure that out, and I was like, what am I doing? I'm like, I had no idea what I was doing. But eventually I got the hang of it, and it was like, okay, I get it now. I honestly love the Sword of Godric Gryffindor. It is awesome. However, whoever's carrying it can only use that ability, which sucks, by the way. I think it should just be a green ability, and that you should be able to use every other magic ability, but that's just my opinion. So that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I love this game. It was the one I waited for the most out of all of them. It's goodbye. Last but not least, Cabin in the Woods. I saw this a few months ago, and it was phenomenal. It blew my mind. I had no idea that people were actually controlling this from a warehouse somewhere, and I had no idea that all of these monsters were pretty much underground, and it was basically a sacrificial thing. But who knew? I mean, it was honestly phenomenal. It was great. It really kept me interested the whole time. It even did everything that they told them it was going to do. Basically, everything they programmed it to do happened exactly as it was. Even if the people that were in it didn't necessarily cooperate, it still found a way to have them do it, which was interesting. I loved the part where the guy tried to jump over the mountain and he hits the wall and falls into the ravine. That's just, I honestly laughed for like 5 minutes after that happened. It was that funny. I was like, you moron! You know something's got to be blocking it. It can't be that easy. There's always some sort of riddle with those kind of games. I mean, it's like movies, because no one's gonna let you do something like that if it's like a horror movie like that. Not really a horror movie, I have to admit. This thing was not scary to me whatsoever. It's not that it's not a scary movie. It is. It's just I'm not necessarily the type to get scared by these kind of movies. I enjoy them. They are one of my interests. I share that with my father, but you know, in saying that horror movies scare people, it's basically like saying that it's the person that's acting is scaring you, whereas the movie itself is doing it. It's like, why Why say a movie is scary when it's not? I mean, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, unless you're the type to get afraid easily, which I'm sorry, by the way, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a scary movie, but it is, for those who are afraid of scary movies, it's pretty good. So, just keep your eyes open for that. I will say, I don't want to ruin the ending for you guys, but I will say that that each of the characters corresponds to a sacrificial, I don't know how to put it, but basically a sacrificial person, type of person that needs to be appeased for like these spirits or something like that. I don't know. Um, oh, by the way, we also see Sigourney Weaver at the end, which is pretty interesting. Um, we also get to see a battle scene between all of the monsters and the team that's trying to keep him locked up, which is awesome, by the way, because you get to see this one guy get his. I'm not sure if I exactly saw this, but it looked like a guy was getting his head sucked off, which was I was like, this is awesome. It wasn't really even a scary movie at that point. To me, it was just awesome. Um, so yeah. Whoa, 10 minutes already? Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of like to rant when it comes to scary movies, so you just look forward to that in my scary movie rants. I'm going to be coming up with those in a little while. Okay, now here comes the scoring. I don't know what to rate this. It was great. It was great. It was great. It really was. It followed the episodes really well. Episodes. It followed the show quite well. It pretty much did everything that the show did. Um, but there were some problems with it. You see, in some areas you wouldn't be able to do money things, and you'd have to like go through all this near impossible stuff, all these near impossible puzzles, until you found them. So I would say that's pretty interesting. That's what you look for in a kind of game like this. But I'd have to rate it a 9, mainly because it took me a year to do this game, and this one was really hard to do, but I beat it. Um, Sad to say, though, that I had it at 100%, and then my friend borrows it from me, and it gets erased. All my progress gone. How pissed do you think I am? Yeah. And then, okay, so as I said, 9 out of 10. This game. Now, I know you may be thinking, you must be a Pirates of the Caribbean fan to have this game. Well, that is both true and false. You see, in the beginning, I didn't really like the series. It was kind of boring to me when I first saw the first movie. But when I saw the second movie, I was like, I gotta see the first one. And then when I saw the third one, I was like, I gotta see the rest of them again. I'm like, and then I actually bought the game before I saw the last movie. I was like, wow. I pretty much knew what was going to happen at the end already. But because the game is a very big spoiler, by the way, if you haven't seen the movie, do not play the game first. It's a very big spoiler. I highly recommend not doing it. I rate it at an 8.5, mainly because it's a spoiler. Plus, there was a lot of extra stuff, and there was like this one ability that I know that they said it was just for like the major consoles, but they didn't actually. It didn't actually say that. It may have said that on the actual game, but it didn't actually say that on any of this stuff. I was looking for this thing the whole time, and I was like, oh my god, where is it? They basically were deceitful in that one. So that's why it's an 8.5. The game was awesome, but the deceit behind it kind of dropped its score a little bit. So that's where I stand on this. 10 out of 10 all the way. Mainly because it follows the storyline so well. That, and I love all the add-ons. And the Elder Wand, by far, is the most amazing. That, and you get to play as every character every character. I mean, come on, that's awesome. You know, as you can very well probably tell, I really love Lego games. I really do. They're really fun. They're a lot simpler to figure out than actual realistic games, and I just have a lot of fun doing them. So that's one of the major reasons why I like these. Okay, last thing I'll be rating tonight. Cabin in the Woods. As I said, it's a scary movie, and it says on the cover, from the creator of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So a very, very good kind of description. In fact, do you guys want me to read the description for you? Write in the comment section below if you want me to, as well. So, Cabin in the Woods. I gotta give it a 8.5. Just because it's kind of half action, half scary movie, and you immediately from the trailer expected it to be just a horror movie, which is probably what it entailed, but to many viewers that like horror movies, it was a very big disappointment at the end, because a lot of there was a lot more action than horror, so that kind of sucked. I'm not saying anything against Cabin in the Woods. In fact, I want them to make a sequel. I really do. But it's it's like, why say it's a horror movie if you have a bunch of action in it that is not about mainly just killing. It's mainly about staying alive and surviving and stuff like that. That's way more action than it is horror movie in my eyes, and I do not like that they did that. So that's why I rated it at an 8.5. And I'm sorry this ran long, but I really had a lot to talk about the horror movies and about the game and stuff like that. I'm a really big fan of those kind of things. So I know I've told you to write in the comment section below twice already, but write in the comment section below what thing you want me to rate next, and perhaps I will. Yeah, so that's mainly it. This is Baloney Man signing out. Oh, sorry.